Did you have a lot of fun making this film?
Oh my God, so much fun.
Blast.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't actually get to hang together, but we're having fun now.
I know, I'm glad we get to now.
And Rachel, Ramy, he made an argument for you to be on this film. What was it? What did he say? What did he say to make you be a part of this?
Well, he tracked me down, and we'd known each other for a while, as I know Caitriona and Ramy had known each other as well. We'd all been on shows that were coming up at the same time and crossed paths a lot over the years. And we talked about working together on something. And, you know, I run a production company. I also produce. And when I heard that Ramy was producing this film, especially a film of this size, and loved this project so much, and had such a hand in bringing this entire ensemble together, I was really impressed. But I also love this story. I love that the hero at the center of this spy thriller, while it has so many of the pieces that are familiar to us from that genre, it just feels like such a fresh way in. He's as much as we love Ramy and believe that he can do anything, he's a very unlikely guy to be at the center of a movie like this. And I just loved hearing about how he had found his way in and wanted all of us to be a part of building out that world with him.
You ever wonder what they do with all the stuff you dig up for them?
That's not my job.
No, but you never wonder?
No, it's the CIA. I gotta trust that they'll make the right call. Maybe it's better not to know.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
And what a world. I mean, Caitriona, your character is vulnerable. She's vulnerable, but she's a badass. What was it like to play this woman in an espionage film? And, you know, we got to know about you. You had, like, your own backstory. So what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that was so special about this script is that even though there's a lot of characters that come in and out, when you're with these characters, they're given the time to feel very fully formed. And there was a lot of depth, especially to Inqualine for me. You know, she's somebody who's retreated from the world, but yet is doing this incredibly heroic thing, which is exposing corruption and speaking truth to power. And I just thought that was such an incredible dichotomy in a character, somebody who sort of is retreating and yet pushing things out into the light at the same time. And I was really inspired. You know, there was an activist, a Russian activist, that sort of was really inspiring to me, that I sort of used it in some ways as a template for Inqualine, which was Nadia Tolokonnikova from Pussy Riot, who I was just like, oh, that's a bravery that I think that Inqualine has at her core. So yeah, I just thought it was like, you don't get to sort of do that much with such little screen time, I think, always. And I feel like every single character does in this movie. They get to do a lot with the screen time they have.
Yeah, Michael Stuhlbarg.
Yeah.
Come on. Amazing.
What does this movie say about revenge and what it does to someone? Like,
I'm gonna let you take this because your answer to this is so good.
No, to me, I thought that was one of the most compelling questions that it raises, because I think that very often we confuse revenge for justice. And I think justice is something that when something terrible happens, we all want it. I think it's necessary. It's a necessary part of our process in being able to overcome trauma or step through trauma. But I think revenge it only inflicts more pain. Mm. And I think that we see Heller really struggling with this moral dilemma that he's faced, because and Lawrence's character beautifully sort of mirrors that or shows that up to him as well. And I think Inqualine does too. And you have this real beautiful shift, I think, towards the end of the film, where he's perhaps realizing that there is a very important moral difference between the two.
I want to face my wife's killers, look them in the eyes, and balance the scales.
And what was it like working with Lawrence Fishburne? And what was that like?
I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get to share scenes, but this press tour has been great. I'll just sit and listen to his stories forever.
I know, all day long.
Yeah.
I got to watch he and Ramy shoot. You know, I was like around a weird amount.
You were like, I'm just going to come in.
I got to watch a lot of things we shot on days that I was shooting small pieces, but got to watch them shoot the scene in the club where where he's chasing him, and listen to them talk a little bit about what they had upcoming. And I mean, Lawrence is the GOAT. Like, he's so talented, and I feel like we get to pretend that we were, we're in the same movie.
Yeah.
Take it.
But I mean, like that character, there's a real sensitivity that he brings to it that is so unexpected. I mean, I think, so many characters in this film sort of upend your expectations of what that archetype is. And he does that. Here's somebody who's, obviously a trained killer and all of those things, but there's a real sensitivity there, which I think is so beautiful.
Really get to live with these characters' humanity. There's a lot of questions asked about what it is that makes us human. And because we understand things like profound loss and some of these moral dilemmas, even if we haven't experienced this exact scenario, it gives us a way into so many of these different characters in a way that feels really unexpected in a film like this, that also has all the big bangs and fast running and car chases and other stunts that you would expect.
This ends here.
You recognize her?
If you jump really fast, you might survive the blast. Wait!
And what was it like working with Rami? Because he was leading the film, but he was also a producer this time. So I felt like it was extra weight, perhaps. So what was that like?
He's just a dream.
Yeah.
He's such a generous partner on and off screen. He had such a heavy workload. And I feel like, we've all, now we can confirm that we've all had this experience, but he just can make you feel like you're the only person in the room and can somehow makes extra time and space to make everybody feel like their piece in this is crucial and that he's available. He's so talented and so surprising and thoughtful with his approach. He's meticulous. He works harder than most people I know.
It was so inspiring watching that, and he doesn't let it go in a way, like not in a bad way, in this really beautiful way. He would finish an incredibly long day on set where he's in every scene. He's got such heavy loads of dialogue. He was going home. He was watching the rushes.
Yeah.
He was coming in the next day. I could hear his conversations with James being like, okay, we're still in this location. Maybe we just need to get this one moment. I'd really love another crack at that. And it's just that kind of meticulous attention to detail and also that passion. It was so evident and it was really inspiring. And he's just like the sweetest, kindest human with the best mom. I love his mom.
I love the GMA mom moment. But what's it like? Outlander is coming to an end. So is it hard to say goodbye to Claire?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've finished shooting. It's funny, I got a message yesterday from one of our execs and she's, they're in post. And so she's finishing up at 10, so our finale. And she was saying, happy things about it. So I'm glad. I'm like, okay, she's happy. That makes me feel very happy. It's been such a huge part of my life. I feel very proud of it, very grateful that I got to do that. And, but I'm taking all the love and all the people that I want with me. And so it feels just, I'm very grateful.
Well, awesome. Great work, you guys. It's a great film.
Thank you.